Hello everybody and welcome back. We have covered some of the other crypto coins during this downfall, and a big question, are we ready for a breakthrough? Well, we're going to discuss that today. Join me, and the first thing that we need to go over is AVAX. AVAX is one of those coins too that has been doing really good in recent months, but it is kind of struggling along with everything else, which is just fine. It's okay. Of course, the entire market has absolutely been completely astounded. Now, AVAX is one of those coins, too, that is actually more stable than one of the rest ones, and this is why I wanted to go over this one, because the volume on this, especially in the recent week and a half, is actually incredible, which is fantastic. Now, it does show signs that it is a little bit kind of wary, with speaking of the selling kind of actually going on, so it's battling it out of the forces, but I think it's going to break through. Of course, when we're looking at the moving day averages, what's pretty much typical. Now, we had this three big wrong, very powerful sellings going on right here, but it kind of coincides with the rest of the coin, and that's fine too. Honestly, it really is, because when we're looking at the rest of them, it's just part of it. When we're looking at the lower time frames, of course, right here, when we're looking back in December, it did pretty, not too great, not too bad, but it kind of recovered towards the end of December, but January is just completely devastated. Now, AVAX, I think, will continue to go over. I think in some time, we'll eventually reach to a new all-time high with AVAX as well, but right now, it's just kind of stagnant as well, just like the other coins. Now, we're going to be looking at, in between the next 2 weeks, really what this is going to be doing, whether it's going to fall or if it's going to grow. And if we're looking at the last really big thing that's going on, it has a high potential of actually coming in and making some big moves. Here in the next couple of days, it's really going to show if it's going to break at least above this $23 mark. So it's sitting right now not at the highest, right? It's sitting now today at around 16 bucks. So not the greatest, not what we want, but time will tell as well. Now, giving Uniswap, however, is one of those coins that's not falling. It's just completely falling off the cliff as well. It could start to move back up. We're still kind of struggling it out from this precursor here. Now, the selling power going on is very strong, and I think it will continue to drop at least a little bit. It's hanging around about $10 as well. Not the greatest, but we will see as well what's going to happen with the Uniswap way. But given that these big double wicks kind of happening just non-stop, a lot of uncertainty going on is kind of taking place, and this is where we're kind of moving with the whole range movement, right, the stagnant way. Now, let's talk about Solana. Solana is one of those coins. It's very unstable right now for Solana. This huge, if we look in the lower time frames for Solana, this is the normality of it, right? This is it. Like what you're looking at, this is normal for Solana. This kind of volume is normal. You see how it's honestly, even when it's growing, the volume is actually kind of low, right? That's cool and it's fine. But if you look at it in today's chart, it's very volatile, extremely volatile, and this has me a little bit worried. Now, given that we can actually go up a little bit more, it could happen. But honestly, I'm expecting it to continue this range, this kind of moving forward at least for another week. It's going to stay like this. That's good because as long as it doesn't drop much further, I expect some drop, but not much. As long as it doesn't drop much further on, we'll be okay, because it will take this time eventually to build back up, but that's where we are. Coming into Terra Luna, now this is one that is completely volatile, and it's completely showing it as well. It is falling off the cliff right now, and it's just crashing and burning. We're seeing similar to Cardano reaching this, so it kind of looks like it could be a market cap for Terra Luna, actually. So sitting at around 45 bucks. But it does show that we could have reached that market cap up here. When we're looking at it, it's kind of going to, I think, maybe a typical price could be around 40 bucks coming in. But these are the next big moments for it as well. We're going to be able to see in the next couple of days really what's going on. Of course, now the selling is kind of getting a little bit easier, but we need to see a lot more buying going on before it goes in. Now, going over some news. So the former Russian president says that Russia's crypto ban would lead to the opposite result. Now, given that the central bank did propose to outlaw several cryptocurrencies related to activities, now that does continue to elicit reactions with the country's former president, Dmitry. Now, he does believe that if the ban is initiated, it's going to have a negative impact on the ecosystem, but maintain that the central bank has motivation. So now his exact words were this. Now, I now have a rather advantageous position in this sense, but believe that the representatives of the central bank and the government of the Russian Federation will deal with this success. Now, although to be honest, when they try to ban something, very often it leads to the opposite result. Now, so if they ban this, it could be much different. Now, this is coming after the central bank finalized working on a paper that highlighted the role of crypto in the currency's financial system. Now, it could be consequently that the bank recommended a total ban on cryptocurrency trading, mining, and usage. According to the bank, cryptocurrencies are volatile and utilized in illegal activities while offering an outlet for people to take the money out of the national economy. Now, that is one of the big worries that they have, but we only going to be able to see with this as well where this is going to lead. So this is kind of giving a good push to where we need to understand what's happening exactly. So the complete ban, all in all together, really kind of gave that really hard punch to the gut of crypto. And that's going to continue, especially after China and now Russia, right? So some of the biggest countries, the most powerful countries, are kind of holding that power. Of course, you can imagine if they said, okay, we embrace it with one of these, it would be the opposite effect as well. But it could kind of push the power of this as well, so people could want to do it. Of course, if you tell a child, no, you can't, he's going to want to do it anyways. Now, this is kind of where we're sitting, so don't let this completely break your heart and let you go crying. Anyways, thank you for joining. Subscribe, drop a comment below, and tell me what you think about the upcoming crypto bull run.